If you are a man, listen carefully. What I'm about to say is not popular, it's not sweet, and it's not taught, but it explains why some men are always respected, desired, and remembered, while others are ignored no matter how hard they try. Most men believe attraction is about doing more. More attention. More talking. More proving. But the truth is, attraction is often triggered by what a man doesn't do. And today, you're going to understand 7 psychological weak points most women don't even realize they respond to, not so you can exploit them, but so you stop working against yourself. If this is your first time watching a video from this channel, you've done yourself a favor. This is the Mind Forge, for kings only. We break down mindset, psychology, and masculine self-control so you stop guessing and start moving with clarity. Subscribe now, because content like this is not shown twice. Now listen closely. One of the strongest weaknesses most women have, and they'll never admit this, is emotional contrast. When a man is predictable, emotionally available at all times, always reacting, always explaining himself, attraction slowly dies. Not because he's bad, but because the nervous system gets bored. Women are wired to feel, not to analyze. And feelings are created through contrast. Calm versus intensity, presence versus absence, certainty versus silence. A man who is always available removes contrast. A man who can be present, then return to his purpose without explanation, creates it. This is why men who are busy, focused, and emotionally grounded often attract without trying. They are not chasing stimulation, they are the stimulation. Another weakness most men misunderstand is reassurance addiction. Many women seek emotional reassurance the way men seek physical reassurance. It's not insecurity, it's biology. But here's where men fail. When a man constantly reassures, over-explains, or tries to calm every emotional wave, he unconsciously positions himself as emotionally beneath the woman. Not supportive, beneath. Strong men don't fight emotions. They don't panic when moods change. They don't explain themselves into exhaustion. They stay centered. And that emotional steadiness creates safety, the kind of safety that doesn't feel boring, but grounding. A woman may say she wants reassurance, but she responds to emotional leadership. And here's the uncomfortable truth. The more a man tries to manage her emotions, the less she trusts his strength. If you're still watching up to this point, it means you're not here for comfort, you're here for growth. Hit the like button now, because the next part exposes something most men never see coming, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. You see, another weakness most men never understand is this: emotional mirroring. Many women unconsciously mirror the emotional state of the man they're connected to. This isn't manipulation, it's psychology. The nervous system looks for cues of safety, certainty, and direction. When a man is anxious, reactive, or constantly seeking validation, that instability transfers. The result? Attraction fades and confusion replaces desire. A man who knows how to regulate himself becomes a reference point. He doesn't chase clarity, he is clarity. When something feels off, he doesn't interrogate it. When silence appears, he doesn't fill it with panic. He observes. He breathes. He continues with his life. That emotional restraint does something powerful. It forces respect before it creates desire. This is why women often feel more drawn to men who don't rush to fix, explain, or react. The calm becomes contagious. The groundedness becomes magnetic. And without saying a word, the man communicates: I can handle pressure. I can handle uncertainty. I don't need to control you to feel secure. Another psychological soft spot most men misunderstand is attention scarcity. Attention is emotional currency. When given freely and endlessly, it loses value. When it is earned through presence, purpose, and consistency, it becomes powerful. Many men think withholding attention means acting cold or rude. That's not strength, that's insecurity pretending to be confidence. Real scarcity comes from a full life. Purpose. Structure. Discipline. When a man's time is invested in building something meaningful, attention becomes selective by default. And that selectiveness changes how he is perceived. A woman doesn't chase the man who denies her attention. She responds to the man whose attention clearly has value. That value is communicated through boundaries, not words. Through consistency, not promises. Through action, not availability. If you've ever noticed how a woman suddenly becomes more engaged when a man pulls back, not emotionally, but purposefully, this is why. The nervous system senses that the man is not operating from need. And need, more than anything else, is what destroys attraction. If this message is hitting something deep, don't just listen, engage. Drop a comment with the word control if you understand that mastery starts internally before it ever shows externally. Because the next part exposes a truth most men resist, but the moment you accept it, your entire dynamic with women changes. Here's the uncomfortable truth most men avoid: attraction doesn't grow from effort, it grows from alignment. Many men exhaust themselves trying to perform, impress, explain, or overprove their value. They think consistency means constant availability. They think loyalty means self-abandonment. What they don't realize is that the moment you start negotiating your worth, attraction begins to leak. A woman doesn't fall deeper for a man because he does more. She feels drawn because who he is stays stable no matter what she does. That stability creates contrast. And contrast creates curiosity. When a man remains emotionally intact, whether he's praised or questioned, wanted or tested, he sends a silent message: my identity isn't dependent on your response. That doesn't push a woman away, it anchors her. Another weakness most men misunderstand is testing. Tests aren't always intentional. They aren't always logical. Often, they're unconscious checks for emotional strength. A slight delay. A change in tone. A moment of distance. Not to punish, but to observe. And here's where most men fail. They rush to fix. They over-explain. They chase reassurance. But the man who understands human psychology doesn't react. He doesn't freeze either. He stays consistent. Calm. Respectful. Unmoved. That response answers the test without confrontation. It tells her, I don't collapse under uncertainty. I don't need to control you to feel safe. I trust myself. That's strength. And strength doesn't need to announce itself. There's also a deep emotional vulnerability tied to direction. Many women are attracted to men who know where they're going, not just in career, but in values. What they tolerate. What they don't. What matters. What doesn't. Indecision repels. Not because it's unattractive on the surface, but because it signals instability underneath. A man with direction doesn't need to dominate conversations. He doesn't argue endlessly. He doesn't need to win. He simply chooses. And lives with those choices. That quiet decisiveness creates safety. And safety is what allows attraction to breathe. Now listen carefully, this matters. None of this is about manipulation. None of this is about control. And none of this works if it's fake. The moment you try to act confident instead of becoming grounded, it collapses. People sense it. Especially women. The goal isn't to use psychology. The goal is to build a life, mindset, and emotional discipline that naturally changes how you show up. Because when you respect your time, your energy, and your standards, others adjust automatically. And that's the final shift. You stop trying to pull people toward you. And start becoming someone people move toward on their own. If you've stayed with this to the end, it means you're not just looking for attention, you're looking for growth. So do this now. Drop a comment with the word discipline if you're committed to becoming steady, not reactive. Hit the like button if this challenged how you see attraction. And subscribe to the channel, because the next video breaks down why pulling back changes everything in modern relationships, and most men get it wrong. Stay grounded. Stay intentional. And remember, real power is quiet.